Yo, y'all, what's going on? So y'all know I did a thing today, right? So today, I've been working all week and I did a little bit of overtime, right? But that was because, I do have to pay insurance and all that stuff, all that dope shit. But outside of that, sometimes I like to be a kid. As you can see, my room is fully decked out to my liking. So y'all know I've been posting videos on my YouTube channel trying to do, the whole freaking Ghost of Tsushima thing. In my last video, I did post a video of my confession on, I did suck at the game. And I've been, constantly in my head, freaking having some sort of depression about it, about what the hell I'm going to do with it. Debating whether I'm going to delete it off my freaking, hard drive or keep trying. But we're going to see. But I also did a thing. So I also want you guys to see here. Today I actually went to my freaking local freaking GameStop. Shout out to them, one of my best buds. I went there. Um, every time I go to this GameStop, it's just the vibe of this GameStop, There's been a lot of shit going on YouTube about GameStop, about, how it's cheating people, how, a lot of shit ain't adding up. Honestly, I don't care. As long as, I'm getting my service, I'm good. But as I said, life only works the way it wants to work. So as I said, I went to GameStop and I did a thing. So I did manage to locate a Gogeta. I think it's Gogeta or Vegeta. Actually, it's actually Vegito. Actually, but I keep confusing the Gogeta with Vegito because honestly, I don't know. But honestly, they're pretty nice. But before I get into that, I want to thank everybody for actually who has actually been tuning in and actually helping both grow, getting the freaking reach up. Honestly, I cannot do this shit without you guys. Without you guys, there would be no point. I'll be a small YouTuber that ain't doing shit. I literally want to thank everybody for helping me grow from zero to what I am today. So seriously, thank you. Thank you everybody for sticking with me, even in the hardest times of me over promising shit and then disappearing for who knows how long. Because also, I've been going through, ups and downs with life and shit, with depression and, family shit, and, relationships up and down. Life ain't perfect. I'm not perfect. We all have flaws. We all have, trials and tribulations. That's just some sort of testimonies type shit. But seriously, before I start yapping, I get my sip on, all right? By the way, y'all got a 7 Brew in your town? If you do, go ahead and comment below if you want. I don't care, but 7 Brew, my girl got me hooked on it. Honestly, 7 Brew be slapping, seriously. But yeah, I like it. But seriously, I already opened the box. So as you can see, you know. So let me explain, all right? I went there. Main purpose was to really bother the dude, I usually go there, mainly bother. I usually go there, make sure, you doing all right. I like to check on people, I usually see in the community that I usually, go and, have, offer, my assistance or I, have offer my money to, how it is, just to see, how the mental health shit is going. So I went and I was trying my hardest to not really focus on it, but as soon as I walked to the counter, it just hit me in the face, and I just, in my mind, my fiance, she's like right next to me, she's constantly, trying to motivate me to walk away, not buy it, walk away, not buy it. You know, so I tried to, walk to, the Xbox stuff. You know, I ran into, the Sparking Zero. As you can see, I too have the freaking Sparking Zero. And, oh, sorry, that's the freaking Ninja Storm. I'm sorry. Ninja Storm. Sorry, I got this freaking thing where you can freaking, like, organize and shit. So, I also have this game. My brother played this more than I did. Honestly, I got this when I went on my trip to Missoula. Went to down there probably in like last Thanksgiving, I think. Yeah. And that was my first time ever getting on an airplane that I remember, as an adult wise. So, got this while I was down there. And I got a journal that I was, writing some ideas for, so I could put some videos out for you guys. And another confession, I actually threw up on that crap, so a lot of shit going on that had me, really uptight that I fucking puked on the freaking, and it ruined the freaking shit, and I spent a lot of money on that shit, so, but I can't stand that game. A lot of people, I do have to agree with people on that. The game is good at the same time. Don't buy it, seriously, don't. I mean, you can, but it's my opinion, don't. It's a waste of money. But seriously, with all that being said, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. You guys have literally been a big help to me. Yeah. Honestly, without you guys, ain't no show. So, with all that being said, thank you. Thank you guys all. This is pretty much a thank you video. Pretty much thank you. So, thanks for tuning in. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Peace.